What's up guys, it's Alicia here and I'm back again with another video on my channel. This is part 3 of this series, so if you haven't watched parts 1 and 2, link to the playlist is down in the description below. Sorry for this taking so much longer than usual to come out, but I've been juggling a few things around and was getting frustrated writing this story. Just a bit of writer's block. Also, as normal, before we begin, I would like to say this video is for all our entertainment, so if I get anything wrong, please leave a to the point comment below. Otherwise, let's get started. Raditz and Goku keep watch over an unconscious Vegeta, 2 days after the battle between Earth's defenders and the invading Saiyans. Eventually, Vegeta wakes up. At first, he struggles a bit and tries to kill Raditz and Goku, but before he can do anything, Raditz appears in front of him and grips Vegeta's hand so tightly he breaks it. Vegeta grimaces in pain and asks Raditz how he got so strong. Raditz doesn't mention the gravity chamber, but instead points to Goku and says that he's been training with the legendary Super Saiyan. Vegeta, of course, calls him a liar. Raditz smirks and asks Goku to transform. Goku just obliges. And even though Vegeta cannot really sense ki just yet, he's able to feel the immense pressure emanating from Goku. Vegeta subdues up because of this, and asks in disbelief how a low-class Saiyan like Kakarot is a Super Saiyan, and he, the Prince of all Saiyans, is not. Raditz triumphantly responds that a lower class and upper class don't matter here, and he also almost has a grip on the legendary power of the Super Saiyan. Now Vegeta gives up, and decides if a low-class warrior can achieve the status, then so can he. So he tells him to train with him. Goku, who doesn't really notice the commanding nature of what Vegeta says, happily agrees. He's kind of happy just to have another training partner, although he's still cautious of Vegeta, of course. Goku isn't that dumb. Raditz, on the other hand, has to be stopped by Goku, as he's extremely triggered by the fact that Vegeta still acts like he is the superior of the two. Now the three Saiyans start training, although it's not always Goku training with him, as he has a son. Now you might be like, ugh, but Goku is a bad dad. Though he's not great, I think he would spend some time with his son, because we have seen him do so when the world isn't always in danger. Now about 6 months later, while the three Saiyans are training, they sense 5 large power levels entering the Earth's atmosphere. It's the Ginyu Force who have been sent to investigate the disappearance of Vegeta. Now because Goku has been training a little less, Raditz has caught up to him, and they both have a power level of 1.5 million, slowly increasing the gravity up to 200 times Earth's gravity. Although this is separate to training with Vegeta. Vegeta's gone a brutal training with Goku and Raditz. Most of the brutal part is not when Goku was there, but this has worked to his advantage, and he now has a power level of 500,000. A quick note before we get back to the story. I'm going to be using power levels until the start of the Cell Saga, as it is fun to attach numbers to people's power, at least for me. Once the Cell Saga starts, I'll start using power scaling. The Ginyu Force arrives, but they quickly are disabled by Vegeta alone. Ginyu, however, is able to switch bodies with Vegeta. This does not go well for Ginyu, as Raditz decides then to show off how much stronger he is than Vegeta. Ginyu is beaten down severely, and like the original timeline, tries to swap bodies with Raditz, but Vegeta takes this opportunity to get his body back. Ginyu now tries the technique again, but is killed by a very angry Vegeta before he can do so. Goku thinks this is over, but Vegeta and Raditz know better. Frieza is bound to go to the planet that killed the Ginyu Force. Vegeta says they probably have 2 months to prepare for Frieza, so they start to train again. This time, Goku joins in full time, and the training is brutal, taking advantage of Zenkai's and gravity training. By the time their training finishes, Raditz is finally able to tap into the rage within and become a Super Saiyan. Because the Saiyans have been training really intensely, their power levels are the following. Goku's base is a power level of 3 million, Raditz's base is a power of 3 million, and Vegeta is only half of them, but increased greatly with a power level of 1,500,000. When Frieza arrives, Vegeta kills all his troops. This shocks first form Frieza, as he wasn't even able to see Vegeta's movements, as Vegeta is more than 2 times as strong as him currently. Frieza steps back in surprise, but he then gets his composure back. He congratulates them on getting so strong, calling them monkeys, of course. Vegeta shows distaste at Frieza's choice of words, and decides to smack Frieza into a mountain. An injured Frieza appears from the rubble. Vegeta taunts Frieza, asking him how it feels to be kissing Vegeta's boot. Frieza stops, then smiles. He knows what to do. He asks Vegeta if he would be happy fighting against Frieza, not at his most powerful. And this goes just how it did with Cell. Frieza decides, and Frieza gets to go into his final form to properly show off how insignificant Vegeta is. And he does so. Although he's only at 2.5% of his power, which is the same as what he was at when he first started fighting Goku in the original timeline. But because of him suppressing his power, he's caught unawares by a kick from Goku and Raditz. This sends him flying into a nearby cliff. Vegeta gets to his feet, panting and bloody from the beatdown he just received. Frieza emerges from the rubble, angry, and powers up to 50%. Raditz and Goku sense this, and they transform into Super Saiyans with power levels of 150 million each. Frieza asks them what happened to them, and Raditz smirks, saying that he and Kakarot are the legendary Super Saiyans. This pisses off Frieza, and he decides to hell with it. He launches up into the sky and charges the biggest ki blast he could muster, even powering up to his 100% for it. A bit like what Vegeta did in the original Saiyan saga. Now as Frieza throws the blast, Goku cups his hands and Raditz holds his palms out, and together they easily overwhelm Frieza's attack and then kill Frieza himself, ending the tyrant's reign over the universe. Okay guys, that's where we'll end it for today. If you like this video, please press the like and subscribe button. If you didn't, comment down below why, and I'll try to improve. I'm sorry if my voice sounded very stuttery, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to improve. I just had to change around some of my retainers, and so I will go and I was like spitting a lot, and it's hard for me to speak. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye guys!